If foreigners come to Japan, I want them to enjoy Japanese cuisine more. I created this channel for that purpose. I will explain the details of what kinds of dishes are made with what ingredients in Japan in another video. In this video, we will introduce the basics such as types and ways of eating. Home cooking. Japanese home cooking is healthy because it is based on ichiju sansai, of rice and miso soup, consisting of meat, seafood, vegetables, and fermented foods. However, unhealthy dishes have become more famous overseas. Sushi, ramen, curry, tempura, udon, takoyaki, okonomiyaki, gyudon, parfait, etc. These are also delicious, but they are rarely cooked at home. They are often used in dining out or catering. In Japan, from a young age, children are taught to eat various kinds of vegetables and fish. It is good for the body and helps reduce food dislikes when they become adults. For this reason, Japanese cuisine in general has a lot of vegetables. Staple food. In terms of the ratio consumed by Japanese people, rice is overwhelmingly dominant, but wheat flour and buckwheat flour are also used in other staple foods. Wheat flour is mainly used to make udon, and buckwheat flour is mainly used to make soba. Udon has been eaten since ancient times, and the name for wheat flour was also udonko. It means flour used for making udon. Soba was only eaten in certain regions, but when people switched from brown rice to white rice, beriberi became widespread in Edo. Soba became popular in Edo to compensate for nutritional deficiencies. For this reason, udon is famous in Western Japan, while soba is famous in Eastern Japan. Glutinous rice is used not only to make mochi, but also, when ground into rice flour, it is used for making Japanese sweets such as dango. How to eat Japanese cuisine. This is the most important part, so foreigners should definitely give it a try. There is a word in Japanese that expresses this, but it seems that there is no equivalent in English. Cooking done in the mouth. Put a side dish in your mouth, then put rice in your mouth and chew them together. This way of eating is Japanese style. The same way of eating applies to carbohydrates other than rice. Because Japanese cuisine is based on this way of eating, the side dishes tend to have a stronger flavor. If you don't eat it this way, you can't understand the true taste of Japanese food. With udon, you put the noodles in your mouth and then take some soup into your mouth to eat them together. Ramen is eaten in the same way. Sushi, curry, gyudon, yakisoba, and the like are more popular with foreigners than expected. These dishes inevitably end up being eaten together with carbohydrates. I think it is a new experience for those who usually eat carbohydrates separately. It's the same as having hamburgers, pizza, tacos, sponge cake or tart crust desserts, and spreading jam or peanut butter on bread abroad. Try to imagine eating only the carbohydrate part of these foods separately. It doesn't look very appetizing, does it? Exceptionally, at drinking occasions, I eat side dishes by themselves. If I get full from carbohydrates, I won't be able to drink, so I don't eat carbohydrates. As an aside about alcohol, after drinking a lot, the broth tastes very delicious and feels gentle on a stomach irritated by alcohol. It's probably also good for your body. For this reason, we end up eating okazuke at the end, or eating ramen or udon at another shop. On hungover mornings, clam miso soup is a standard choice. Commitment to raw food. In the past, because logistics took time, seafood and the like were often processed by drying, pickling in vinegar, or salting before being sold. For this reason, Japanese people place great value on eating raw food. I hear that eating seafood raw is generally prohibited in Europe. I think the same goes for eggs. In Japan, it is strictly managed, assuming raw consumption. In distant locations, it is immediately frozen on site, and various quality preservation measures, such as bloodletting and live killing, are implemented. In logistics as well, we manage everything from storage to delivery with the assumption that the food will be eaten raw. As a result of these efforts, it becomes safe to eat raw. They are particularly strict when it comes to eggs. Washing, sterilizing, drying, sterilizing, inspecting, packing, storing, and delivering. All steps are carried out to provide safe raw eggs. I believe that only Japan maintains this kind of quality control, so I hope you can enjoy raw food that can be eaten only in Japan. I tried to classify Japanese food into 4 main categories. Traditional cuisine. It is a traditional dish from the first half of the Edo period. It is very simple. At that time, cooking utensils were pots, cauldrons, nets, and skewers. There were no frying pans. Grilling with nets or skewers, boiling and mixing were the main cooking methods. There were no fried or stir-fried dishes yet. As ingredients, there are seafood, vegetables, mushrooms, and seaweed. The composition consists of rice and miso soup, with seafood as the main side dish, and also includes vegetable dishes and pickles. Traditional dishes can be eaten at family restaurants or set meal restaurants if they are served as a set. If it is just side dishes, they can also be eaten at izakayas. Modern cuisine. This is cuisine from the late Edo period onward. The Japanese image of Japanese food refers to modern cuisine. Politics and the economy stabilized, trade with foreign countries became active, and various ingredients, cooking methods, and cooking utensils began to be used. You will also start eating cooking oil, sugar, meat, and eggs. Sushi and tempura are also from around this time. Just like traditional dishes, it can be eaten at set meal restaurants, family restaurants, and izakayas. Imported cuisine. These are dishes from various foreign countries that were introduced to Japan and adapted for Japanese tastes. Japanese arrangements are diverse, and there are many that no longer retain the original form of the dish. Since it is based on the cuisine of various countries, there is a wide variety, and it is also fun that the arrangements differ depending on the store. Imported cuisine can be eaten at specialty stores and family restaurants. Chinese cuisine. This is a little different from other imported cuisines. That's because it was developed not by Japanese people, but by Chinese people. In English, it would be the same, but it is different from mainland Chinese cuisine. It refers to dishes that have been adapted for Japanese people from Chinese cuisine. Therefore, there are quite a few dishes that do not exist in mainland China. It mainly suppresses spiciness and has a flavor without strong peculiarities, so it seems to be well received even by non-Japanese people. In addition to Yokohama Chinatown, you can eat at family restaurants and privately owned restaurants called machichuka, neighborhood Chinese restaurants. Dashi. It's something like European bouillon. It is used in almost all Japanese dishes. In the past, I used to get up early every morning to make dashi, but nowadays, it is common to use commercially prepared ones. Seaweed, shiitake mushrooms, and dried fish are boiled in water to extract their umami. Japanese people value umami very highly. The inosinate in bonito flakes and the glutamate in kelp work synergistically, significantly enhancing the umami flavor. There are also various broths made from shellfish and other ingredients. There are stores and companies that specialize in selling dashi. Seasoning. There are many types of salt. Most of them are for eating with food, rather than for cooking. Miso. It is made by boiling soybeans and mixing them with koji and salt to ferment. There are also many different varieties of this product. Soy sauce. This is a byproduct produced during the process of making miso, but it is now made separately. In the Kansai region, it is light in color, and in Kyushu, it is sweet. Mirin. When it was first introduced from China, it was a sweet and expensive alcohol, but today it is regarded as a seasoning. Expensive varieties can be drunk as alcohol. The seasoning of Japanese food is generally dashi, soy sauce, mirin, sake, and, depending on preference, sugar. Seasoning with these will make most ingredients taste like Japanese food. A sauce called source. It is an arrangement of British Worcestershire sauce. It is liked by foreigners on yakisoba, takoyaki, okonomiyaki, and tonkatsu. This sauce is very popular with foreigners. I wonder how different it is from British Worcestershire sauce. Japanese mayonnaise also seems to be different from that of overseas. Since it uses only the egg yolk, it is rich, and the acidity is also subdued. Yakumi. In Japan, the beauty of the food is also important. You may sometimes see Japanese cuisine beautifully decorated with seaweed, vegetables, flowers, and so on. Also, if you order zaru soba, it comes with sliced green onions, and grilled fish comes with grated daikon radish. Sashimi platters are often served on thinly sliced daikon radish, with shiso leaves placed underneath. Other mysterious seaweeds and wild plants are also served, along with grated ginger and wasabi. These are called yakumi. There is no equivalent in English. It is plated beautifully, but it is not for decoration. It is meant to be eaten. It is edible. They are served with consideration for nutritional balance, ease of eating, changes in taste, and sterilization, among other factors. Gohan no Otomo. In Japan, there is a category called Gohan no Tomo. These are processed foods eaten together with rice. They are diverse, like butter or jam that you put on bread. There are various kinds such as pickles, nori, seaweed, furikake, and nameko mushrooms. There are many different types all over the country, but all of them are meant to be eaten on top of rice. Pickles. It is translated as pickles, but is completely different. Japanese pickles mostly refer to nukazuke. They are vegetables pickled in a bed of rice bran mixed with salt, which is produced during the processing of brown rice. Cucumbers, eggplants, and carrots are common. In the case of dried daikon, it becomes takwan. In each household, there is a nukadoko, a rice bran bed mixed with salt, where vegetables are pickled at the time they intend to eat them. Another famous one is umiboshi. This is made by drying ume fruits and pickling them with salt and red shiso. I think you will be surprised by the sourness. Seaweed. Japanese people can digest and absorb seaweed efficiently, but it seems that people from abroad are not as efficient as Japanese people. Nori, kelp, and wakame are famous, but Japanese people eat various other seaweeds as well. Fruit. Most fruits have branded products, but they are so expensive that even Japanese people rarely have the chance to eat them. I think the most branded products in Japan are fruits. The highest quality ones are shockingly expensive. There are strawberries that cost 10,000 yen per berry. Farmers thoroughly pursue raising the sugar content. There are also quite a few varieties listed in the Guinness World Records. I think yuzu is famous, but most Japanese people have never eaten yuzu fruit or drunk its squeezed juice. They don't know the taste. In Japan, it is to enjoy the fragrance of the peel. In Japan, people sometimes put a whole yuzu in the bath to enjoy its scent. Persimmons may also be famous. They were introduced from China, but the persimmons of that time were astringent and could not be eaten. After that, it was selectively bred in Japan to become sweet. Astringent persimmons can be peeled and dried to make a dessert called hoshigaki. This too is the result of Japanese people's efforts. If you eat persimmons before drinking alcohol, you won't get drunk badly. There are individual differences, but if you eat too much, you might not get drunk at all. Alcohol. In English, sake refers to Japanese rice wine, but in Japan, sake refers to all alcoholic beverages. I will introduce two things unique to Japan. First, nihonshu. It is an alcoholic beverage made by fermenting rice with rice malt. Depending on the type of rice, type of malt, water, and brewing method, it can have a variety of flavors. The alcohol content is around 15%, and it is drunk as is, without diluting. There are also many ways to classify it, and as products, there are countless varieties. It is similar to wine. There are many varieties, and the price range is wide. It is often warmed in a hot water bath or chilled in the refrigerator before drinking. Next, shochu. It is a distilled spirit made from rice or barley. It has a unique flavor. Although not as abundant as sake, there are quite a few varieties. Since the alcohol content is slightly high at 25%, it is usually diluted with water, hot water, or oolong tea before drinking. Sours such as lemon sours are made by mixing shochu with soda and adding juice from citrus fruits or other fruits. When mixing shochu with a drink other than soda, hai is added at the end. If you mix it with green tea, it's called green tea hai, and if you mix it with oolong tea, it's called oolong hai. When restrictions on ingredients are necessary. For people who cannot eat certain ingredients due to reasons such as veganism, allergies, or religion. In Japan, I have never seen these pieces of information displayed at the entrance. Also, I think there are hardly any specialty stores that take these into consideration, but the menu is extensive. For this reason, I think it is best to ask the staff and order only the items that you can eat. In the case of vegans, it means, since I am vegan, I cannot eat the following ingredients. Please tell me dishes that do not contain these. In case of allergies, it means I have allergies, so I cannot eat the following ingredients. Please tell me dishes that do not contain them. In the case of religion, it means for religious reasons, I cannot eat the following ingredients. Please tell me dishes that do not contain these. If you list the ingredients you cannot eat below this sentence and show it to the staff, they will understand. It would be good to prepare it on your smartphone